Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm going to be doing my 2020 best and worst purchases today. If you're watching this, hopefully I am secluded on a mountain somewhere. Happy holidays. I hope you're all doing really well, safe, happy, and just kind of making the best of it because, I don't know, it's a weird one for all of us. That's why I put on my Christmas sweatshirt to celebrate that Santa riding a unicorn, very likely. Anyway, let's jump into it. So I'm gonna start off with the best purchases. I'm looking down at my paper, I have 5 and then 5 not so good ones. I think this was actually a pretty decent year, and I've been watching and loving a lot of Caitlin's videos that she's been putting out, a lot of just being more mindful about purchases. I think it's completely shifted how I spent money in the last few months of this year in comparison to the first few months of this year. In fact, most of the things on this worst, if not all of them, okay, except for one, almost all of the worst purchases happened at the beginning of the year when things were just, when sales were flooding in because stores were closed down. They really wanted to incentivize buying online. Everyone was feeling a little bit panicked, a little bit frustrated. Anyway, so I'm gonna start off with the best purchases, and that has to include my Ferragamo scarf. I love these scarves. I now have 3 silk scarves, 2 from Ferragamo. They're so good. I picked these up at the outlet, so they were heavily discounted. They were under $200 for a 100% silk scarf. They're so beautiful. It has little piggies on it from when they did it for Chinese New Year. It's just really colorful, so obviously it goes with everything. I've mentioned being a weekend commuter on this channel before, so basically anything that makes me look a little bit more effortlessly chic and put together, going from trains into the office, I love these. They do exactly that with absolutely no effort. I've also mentioned how I just can't be bothered with a lot of makeup nowadays, except for when I do videos, just because I do enjoy it, but I feel like throwing on a silk scarf, it's like, I don't know, it just lifts your whole face up and you don't have to really fuss with as much makeup. Okay, so continuing on with the good stuff. That has to include this little diamond solitaire necklace I picked up. I mentioned picking up these little diamond earrings in my Black Friday haul video. I got this from the exact same jeweler. I picked it up right before my wedding. It's just really simple, beautiful. I don't know, I'm gonna have it forever. I never used to wear necklaces because I would get these breakouts across my chest. I would go really red and bumpy and really angry, like usually later in the day, and it would last for a few days. So I stopped wearing costume jewelry necklaces. This year was my first time actually buying real gold and fine jewelry. Apparently my body's just very fancy and rejects everything else, but I love this. I didn't expect to be able to find a necklace I would like for my wedding until I was like, oh yeah, you know, when you're looking at local jewelry shops, they're a little bit more at an accessible price point. But I love them. I got this from Muse in Rhode Island. If you're in the New England area, I'll actually link their store below. They're just really great and they're really nice people. The owner's very sweet and she helped me pick this out. Okay, so next on my best list, and you know, when it comes to how I define best, that probably means it was really good. I considered it to be a good price for the wear I got out of it. I have to say that these Manolos, I picked these up, I want to say early spring. I love them. I've gotten a lot of use out of them. I cannot say that about my other Manolos, even though I have worn them. But these were just my go-to sandal. I know that the Hingisis and the Lurums, which I love actually, I just picked up the Lurums, they're gorgeous and they're all over Instagram, so it's very enticing. It's very easy to want to buy them. But how often, I don't know, I'm not that fabulous. I don't dress like that every day. I would actually be really tempted to wear my yellow Lurums with this sweatshirt. I think that'd be funny. But these, I just got a ton of use out of, like simple, stable, I would say mid-level heel. It's also, because it's a nice chunky heel, it's not gonna get trashed. I hate it when the little nub heels, they just fall apart. I've had one pair of Gucci pumps and the heel crumbled. It just crumbled apart after wearing them twice. So I'm really skeptical when it comes to stilettos now, but these were fantastic. Anytime that I was dressing up in the summertime, I was probably wearing these. And I was probably wearing them with this next bag. So I picked up quite a few beautiful bags this year. I would have probably put my Chanel, my reissue, but my husband bought that for me, so I can't claim that. I do have to say that one of my best buys, and I did try to diversify this list, have a little bit from different categories, but this immediately jumped out at me. I love this wicker bag. From Mark Cross. I've done a review on it. I can't say enough good things about it. It's just, this was one of my favorite summer bags. It's so easy. It received so many compliments, which, I mean, I would love to say I'm immune to that, but it was nice. It feels good when someone compliments your bag out. Just really elegant, really simple, can get dressed up, dressed down, you name it. This was my go-to summer bag, and I did get it at 50% off. It fits everything you'd want. I have it stuffed right now. I never expected to buy a wicker bag, but they're just so versatile and they match everything. Lastly on my best list, oh wait, no, am I skipping things? I don't know, I'm not, okay. Lastly on my best list, it has to actually be these hangers. I don't know if that makes sense, but these are absolutely a luxury splurge. I picked these up from Butler's Luxury, I think it's called. I'll link it down below. Whew, they are pricey hangers, but I was tired of getting those nubs like in the shoulders in your jackets and your shirts because the hangers don't fit quite right, and I picked up some coat hangers. My husband actually got a custom suit made for our wedding, and I gave him a really nice suit hanger, and they also have these like museum quality garment bags. Just I've replaced all of my hangers with these, and I know that seems like a weird best purchase, but I love them. I opened my closet and they're there. Technically I'm using them every single day, so it's a great buy. I don't know, that's just how I felt about it. Okay, on to some of the worst. As I said, I went a little bit crazy in the beginning of this year. I was also in the process of planning my wedding. Everything was constantly in flux, which was frustrating and stressful. So when makeup went on sale in March, when a lot of the stores closed down, they put 50% off their makeup. I've mentioned before, I don't wear a lot of makeup, especially after I became a weekend commuter. Basically, it became limited to mascara, right? Wakes up your face, looks amazing and really simple. But I kind of dove off the deep end buying makeup because I was thinking, well, I want something special for my wedding. I'm gonna be doing it myself. I want really nice, high quality products, blah, blah, blah. And I picked up these Tom Ford eyeshadows. To be fair, I did have to think really hard about what makes my worst list because I think I've actually done a pretty good job, and I've returned, I'm not including things I returned, but I returned things that I wasn't sure about. I ended up only using this one single eyeshadow for my wedding. In fact, I'm wearing it now. I love that one eyeshadow, but I don't know if that justifies the price of these shadows. They're beautiful, they feel really luxurious, but it has to be a worse. I mean, I've rarely worn makeup. They're very expensive. Next, in the worst category, this I immediately thought of. This is Zimmermann dress. It's the first Zimmermann dress I had ever bought. I didn't know all that much about Zimmermann. It was before like the big summer scandal, and then everybody learned about Zimmermann. I saw people on Instagram wearing it. I thought they looked just ultra fabulous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never worn it. I told myself, okay, well, of course I'm not wearing it right now. It's summertime. It's way too hot for these like big linen sleeves, and it's quite thick. It's really high quality. I don't know if that justifies the price because they're very expensive in the US. I don't know how they are everywhere else, but I did pick it up on sale. I think it was about 50% off, so I decided to take the plunge. I don't want to say that I regret not returning it, but I sincerely hope that I wear this more in the spring and summertime. My husband thought it was really cool, but that it also kind of looks like a costume just because it is so over the top, and it does feel a little costumey, so you have to, I don't know, you have to be in the mood to wear it, I guess. Moving along, and I do have a couple clothing pieces in here. I think doing this video really helps me get in the right mindset for how I want to spend my money in 2021, because I personally have a goal of buying very few clothes next year, like at most on average 1 piece per month. I do not want to buy any more clothes. It's very tempting, especially when they go on sale. I love clothes, but I don't need any more clothes. So that being said, I bought a pair of white jeans. I bought them in a size too small, and I did not immediately return them because I don't know. I have never once worn them. I've worn my white Chanel bag with a ton of other things, none of them being these white pair of jeans, but I was thinking, oh, of course I need a white pair of jeans. I'm gonna get so much use out of them. It's gonna be so much easier to wear my white Chanel bag or a light color bag. No. Nope, I've seen so many pictures of people looking really glamorous and cool in white denim. I just felt really uncomfortable because they're a smidge too tight. They're like really clingy around my knees, and you can just, yeah, you know how white jeans are. You just see like the outline of your entire body underneath them, and I have not worn them once. Up next, keeping with clothes, I have to say that this Lily Silk slip dress has to make it in. I wore it once and it was kind of a disaster. I'll link my Lily Silk review video below for the story. It's just very clingy. I kind of feel like I'm wearing underwear. I love the night dress and I would recommend buying that over this, but that is twice the price. I think you get what you pay for in that case. And then they always do have discounts. I hope I get the wear out of this, just maybe wearing it around the house. But otherwise, I don't love it. I was trying it out because everyone would talk about how much they love slip dresses, how it's the key part. I can't talk anymore. It's a key part of a simple wardrobe, you know, just really easy to travel with, dress up, dress down, but I did not find that. I have not used it. I don't know. I wouldn't go so far as to say that these are regrets, but they're definitely my worst buys. I need to relax and just breathe for a moment. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Okay, lastly on my worst list, it has to be the Chantecaille mascara. Oh, this mascara is stupid expensive. It's really, really expensive. I don't remember how much it is, so I'll put it up there. I've heard so many people talking about this mascara, and it was beautiful. It made my lashes super long. They were not remotely clumpy, but it dried up in a month and a half. Sorry, a hair on my lipstick. Okay. It dried up in like a month and a half, and that's stupid expensive for a mascara, at least for me anyway. Even Chanel mascaras I think are about half the price, and those are quite nice. I do not see myself buying it. I know that supposedly it has all these little peptides and blah 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 to make your lashes grow. I don't know if any of that is proven, and it's just not worth it to me, especially since I'm not wearing mascara every day. So, okay, on average I'm wearing mascara 2 to 3 times at most a week. That means I'm going to wear it just, what, 12 times maybe before it dries out? No, that's nuts. I'm not doing that. It was very good, and if you have a lot of money, that's cool. I mean, give it a go, but I can't justify it. Anyway, those are my worst purchases. I don't think they were too bad. I want to be better this year. I actually think that doing YouTube will hopefully make me better about that, and I don't know, I want to keep my word. This is something of like an online diary for me. I'm sharing my thoughts. I want to be accountable. I want to be honest. So hopefully looking back at all of these videos, I will be more mindful of my purchases because I'm going to be sharing them online apparently. Okay, so what do I want to do now? Just a few honorable mentions because I think they're really good and I got a lot of use out of them. These Lily Silk Camis I love. They're absolutely my most worn item. I think outside of pajamas, I lived in these all summer and fall. I would just wear them with jeans around the house. I've mentioned in my Lily Silk review how they're really easy to dress up, dress down. They're easy to pack, etc. I wore them loads and they're beautiful. Oh, just a few makeup-y bits that I do love that I picked up from my like deep dive black hole plunge into makeup for my wedding. I bought this Tom Ford blush. It is beautiful. It's pretty much the only blush I wear. It's called Frantic Pink. I love it. It's just really easy to apply. It never puts on too much. It never is like too heavy-handed in the color department. Also, this Tom Ford eyeliner was so good. I basically recreated the makeup today that I did for my wedding, and I used this Tom Ford eyeliner and the Chanel, one of the kohl eyeliners, the Stilo waterproof something or other eyeliners in the really dark purple plummy shade. This Tom Ford eyeliner has lasted since March. It's lasted forever. They're so expensive, but if you divide it across all the months, I feel like I've tried every liquid eyeliner that they have, you know, that you can typically buy at Sephora. They all pretty much dry up within 2 months. You know, it runs out, dries up. Somehow this is still going strong. I do not know how. I don't know what witchcraft is concealed in this bottle, but it's somehow still going. And this Chanel one, I think they're both absolutely worth the price. This is just really easy. They're both kind of goof proof. Those are just a few honorable mentions from this year. I think I did okay. I think I did all right on not spending too much. Or at least I guess I didn't do a bad job in like spending in the worst category. There are a lot of things that I liked that I bought. This was just the things that jumped out at me as the very best. Anyway, that is all for me today. I do not know when I'll next be able to put out a video, probably after the new year, but I hope you're all doing really well, making the most of this holiday season, and I will catch you next time. Bye!